So we will open the Dutchess County LDC, Local Development Corporation meeting for this month, and do a roll call, please.
Mark Doyle,
Here.
Amy Montaderi, Tom LeCount,
Here.
Janet DeCombe,
Here.
Brian Berrien,
Here.
Elaine Belmonte.
Are there any conflict of interest disclosures at all? Other than my daughter went to Millbrook School years ago. But I don't think it.
That's a fun fact.
Yeah. Proof of meeting notice went out. Bills and communications, there are none.
None.
Approval of minutes, let's take a look at that. Any changes or corrections?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes. Second.
Thank you. Guys, now roll.
February 10th.
Brian Berrien,
Approve.
Janet DeCombe,
Approve.
Tom LeCount.
Approve.
Mark Doyle.
Approved, thank you. And Jane,
Yes.
thank you.
For the LTC, looking at the balance sheet as of January 31st, 2026, we have 2.5 million in cash. We have down at the bottom, accounts payable, there's a good payroll, and also as a reissue of an Acrosoft check, we had to put a stop on. The check was a banking issue, so looking at the P&L. Again, not a lot of activity. We have in total income $11,000 to a budget of $737,000. So far, we're unfavorable by $726,000. We have expenditures of $119,000 to a budget of $1,329,000. So far, we're favorable by $1,210,000. We have a loss of $108,000 to a budgeted loss of $592,000. So far, we're favorable by $484,000. Any questions?
Thank you.
As is not much activity in January.
Except for interest, which is always a happy thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, very good. Thank you. So, no committee reports
Correct.
and unfinished business, none of that. So would you like to
Sure, I'll
describe our new business?
Sure. Coming before us today for, I'll first tell the board who we have coming before us, and then I'll step out and bring in the representative of that organization. So coming before us today is the Millbrook School. They have a project underway for the expansion of their dormitories, the construction of their dormitories. Construction is actually underway. It began in July, August of 2025. They are stating that completion of the construction will be August, September 2026. And they're just seeking a pass-through tax exempt bond in the amount not to exceed $12 million for the benefit of that construction. So if I may, I'll step out and bring in Jeff Smith, who is the CFO of the Millbrook School, and he can talk a little bit more about that project.
Thank you.
If we have a local labor policy and the construction's already begun, how is that applied going? These are bonds. Labor policy also applies to LDC as well. What's the question?
Hello.
Local labor.
Morning, everyone. Good morning.
DC?
You're local Jeff Smith.
That's me, that's right.
Thank you for joining us, and look forward to hearing about your project, Millbrook School.
Yeah. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate your efforts to this committee. I overheard somebody making a reference to the Trevor Zoo earlier today. So if you don't know Millbrook School, I think you all know that, I should point out, it's the Trevor Lovejoy Zoo now, which is part of the school. So it's a program within our school, just like the English department or the athletics office. So Millbrook School is a boarding school in the eastern part of the county, about 330 students. 90% or more of them come from outside of the county, and we charge a lot of tuition. So overall, it's about $30 million a year annual budget, most of which is money coming from outside the county and being spent inside the county. I'd say it's a small business with an outsized impact in Dutchess County. Because we're a boarding school, most of our students live right on campus, as do most of our teachers. We have about 60 housing units for our faculty and staff, and about 290 beds for boarding students who come from outside of the immediate area. The project that we are building now, this project is under construction already, is a replacement for a temporary building, a temporary dormitory that we put up during COVID. So one of the big challenges for us in a world where you needed to have social distancing is how do you board teenagers in a safe way and have isolation spaces and enough social distancing to keep everybody safe. And so we decided really early on in that summer of 2020 to install a temporary dormitory, 40 more beds that would just allow us to get rid of the triples and the really small doubles and give our students enough space to be safe. We did a really good job, as did a lot of boarding schools, and boarding schools saw a shift, and we saw a shift. A lot of our day students wanted to become boarders because the program we were offering to those boarders was far superior to what a lot of people were getting in their local day schools. And so our mixture of boarding to day students has shifted in favor of boarding students. And now we've come to rely, even though our student body hasn't grown, we've come to rely on this temporary dormitory, which is really just 13 trailers bolted together. And so we need a proper building to replace that. And so that's what we're doing. We're not expanding the size of our student body or our faculty, but we are replacing a really ugly temporary building with a nice permanent dormitory.
Excellent. We saw some of the layout of that in the paperwork that was submitted, so on. So glad to hear of the strength of the school. It's important.
Yeah, and the building is being paid for out of donations. It's probably a $21 million total package when you add in all the architecture and borrowing costs. And we've fundraised about 15.5, almost $16 million of that so far. Fully plan to raise the last $5 million. The reason we need the financing is because those pledges will often take several years to come in, and so there's a cash outlay before we actually have the donations in hand. And so we're really just looking for about $12 million over a short period of time. And the bank, our primary checking account is with Truist Bank, and so we've agreed to terms with them, and the tax exemption is an important piece of the deal.
For projects over $10 million, the LDC has a local labor workforce hire policy. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, so we actually issued through you a $25 million 30-year bond.
So you're already in compliance with that. Oh, that's wonderful. Great.
Who's the current contractor? Are you using Consigli, did I read, in the 990?
Consigli, and before them, Kirchhoff have been our primary general contractor for any large project for the last, say, 15 years, I think. Yeah.
So how large is your endowment?
The endowment today is probably about 82 million.
So you're dipping into the endowment right now as those pledges come in, or what? I'm trying to get a handle on the financing. So you've got pledges up to $16 million. You need to raise another $5 million.
Yep.
You're going to borrow $12 million that you hope to repay within How many years? 5?
3.
3. No prepayment penalty or anything on the bonds?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Yeah, so of the, let's call it 16 million in pledges, we have
Okay.
about 6 million in hand. So
Okay.
many of those donors, especially the smaller donors, would say, you know, here's my smaller donors, here's my $500,000. But others are saying, I can give this to you over 3 years or 5
Sure.
years. We do have some liquidity in what we call an operating reserve. It's about $4 million that just sort of sits alongside our endowment, but it's not endowed money. It's just operating cash. And our cash flow model is, I don't say it's unique, but it's favorable compared to a lot of businesses. We collect tuition, actually today, I'm issuing re-enrollment contracts for next year. So we collect tuition between now and July 1 for the fiscal year that begins July 1. And then over the course of the year, we sort of spend down that money. So, yeah, from a liquidity standpoint, we're good. $12 million is
No, you know, I'm not questioning the liquidity. I was just trying to see the financing.
Yeah.
How about your head count from pre-COVID to post-COVID? Is it the same where you said the beds, the dorm beds have picked up, which I see in normal boarding schools? It's the day students are disappearing.
Yeah, the overall head count hasn't changed much. I mean, within 10 or 15 students.
Okay. In the last 5-10 years?
Yeah, since 2019, we expanded from about 270 students to about 310 students.
That's great.
What has shifted, though, is that mixture of boarding to day students. So we used to be sort of 80-20, and now we're really more 90-10. And that's better for the bottom line. Those are more expensive seats.
And I know you represent several countries. Any issues with the visas coming in, the students?
We haven't, well, a lot of boarding schools rely heavily on international enrollment, like a lot of colleges. Colleges and boarding schools look alike in many ways, but this is one area where our finances are dramatically different. We only have about 10% of our students, about 30, this year I think it's 33 students are international.
Wow.
And if that market evaporated, it would hurt. That's right. That's 10% more students that we need to find domestically. But the market may be softening, but it's not evaporating. And the reality is, unlike Vassar, which I'm sure needs to enroll 50 students from China next year.
Full pay.
Well, they're all full pay from China.
I know.
We only need to find 5. And so, yeah, maybe numbers are going to dip from one country to another from year to year. But
Yeah, I thought the model was
so heavy.
significantly higher.
Yeah.
That's not bad to rely on. So, no, sounds great.
Now, what about local students? My daughter was lucky enough to attend as a day student some years back, but what's the balance there? And has that changed now with more boarding students?
Yeah, so there are fewer, as I said, fewer day students than there are boarders now. Mm-hmm. Our model is, as I'm sure you know, is unique among boarding schools. Our day students all are assigned to a bed in a dormitory, so they can stay over and participate in that residential life program anytime they want. Mm-hmm. I haven't looked at it sort of by zip code and where have things come and gone, but anecdotally I can tell you that we have many more, let's call them local students, who want to be boarders, students whose families live in Millerton, right? I go to Millerton for lunch. Families live in Millerton, the students are boarding because they want that full immersive boarding school experience. It just makes it easier for them to go home on an open weekend if they want. But that's anecdotal. I can't tell you sort of statistically where the zip codes have changed, but that's sort of what it feels like.
Very good.
In the last 30, would you say $30 million bond you did? What was that?
25.
25, what was that for?
It was largely a refinancing of
Okay.
long-term debt, and then we took a little bit more sort of understanding that we need to bridge some of our own projects. So we built a $6 million faculty housing expansion. It was six houses basically in a field, and a lot of that has been primarily funded by that debt. And then we used some of it for bridge financing built a new house for the head of school, a new office for our advancement development office, fundraisers. Yeah, so that's all, at this point, I think we're down about 21 million in principal. It's all just going to be long-term debt for us.
Sounds good.
Excellent. So, someone to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the preliminary resolution for the tax exempt in the amount of $12 million for the Millbrook School.
Thank you.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you, Tom.
Brian Varian,
Approved?
James McComb,
Approve.
Tom McCall,
Approved.
Art Ross.
Approved. Okay, thank you very much. What we need to do is continue.
That's it. You're good.
You're good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can't wait to go to the zoo.
Exactly.
Well, I do encourage you all to come. The zoo is great, and just, if you're gonna be on campus and you just wanna see what the school has done in recent years, give me a call and let me know.
I will.
Robin, do we have a next meeting scheduled? We talked whether there should be a special meeting or just a regular business meeting.
And so that's something we will address with the board, and then I will keep you advised accordingly.
We did reach out to the town of Stanford about public hearing scheduling, and they are available the 9th and the 10th. And the meeting date is March 11th, so we would be able to have it prior to that March 11th meeting if kept on the normal schedule.
Right around the corner.
Yeah,
Right.
okay, so without a special meeting.
Yeah, I think
that would
just
be-
given the shortened time period with this meeting having been pushed back, it gives the amount of time we need to be able to publish the notice and
Okay.
arrange for the hearing, so.
Sounds good. A week or two isn't gonna make a big difference for me anyway.
Okay, all right, we'll keep you posted once the meeting or the hearing date is finalized.
Appreciate it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. I took my kids to the zoo many years ago.
Yeah, me too.
It's a surprise. I never even knew it was there.
They've been there many times, yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, and I work on it all the time, so
Yeah.
it's pretty amazing. Yep.
Next item is for the board to consider and/or approve is a resolution authorizing the CEO of the LDC to enter into an agreement with the Women's Enterprise Development Center for Professional Services. Essentially, this is a renewal for year 2026 of the arrangement we currently have with WEDC, which is the acronym for Women's Enterprise Development Center. Just as a side note, I have a meeting coming up with their CEO in early March, where we're going to look at other ways where we can strengthen our partnership between the two agencies. Essentially, there is the Entrepreneur Assistance Program that WEDC puts out. They actually support entrepreneurs or those interested in becoming entrepreneurs with training programs. They also assist with business ownership readiness. They provide technical assistance for existing businesses or those who are interested in becoming entrepreneurs. They offer an entrepreneurial training program, 39 technical assistance programming, 9 topic-specific workshops, and then 2 Dutchess County certification programs with WEDC's assistance, and then 1 virtual panel. So this is part of their Schedule A, their scope of work, which is in relation to the agreement. For the contract year 2026, the total value of in-kind services provided to the DCLDC from WEDC is $38,874.71. That's broken down. 15,000 is, for space here at 3 Neptune Road, in addition to contribution to, all of those amenities associated with operating out of this space. Internet services, reception area, cleaning and maintenance, printer, copier, and such. And then an additional $23,874.71 that further supports the operating in this space. And with that, does anyone have any questions?
So basically, we write a check to them for 15,000 and then they use our facilities for an in-kind value of 23,000, correct?
Yes, that's it.
No, I'm looking at the back page is the
I know,
summary.
I know.
Right, the FiOS, the cloud reception on that Schedule A.
So in the facilities line, it's just more than just the facilities, there's copy, where is that?
Correct.
Schedule A
Schedule A, yeah.
lists everything.
It's in addition to the physical space.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
you know, lighting and. well,
Internet, cloud,
Internet, cloud. services,
copier, parking, maintenance.
All the other stuff.
Good.
It's a continuation, true.
And
I
the
mean,
snacks that we provide.
Not very.
I don't know, we might have
Well,
to,
that's the only thing that matters. Serving levity.
Right. Well, it's important to have them here in Dutchess County. So,
Absolutely. Oh, and it's important to know that WETC is throughout New York State. So they operate in Westchester County, also in the New York City 5 boroughs. So they have placement there, and of course here in the Hudson Valley, and then in other portions of upstate. So they are New York statewide, and they have a presence here.
the branch that operates here is working out of Westchester, is that right? Or
They also
okay.
operate out of Westchester,
Okay.
yes.
But would that be considered their head office for this branch, or are we,
So,
what's the balance of?
right, we have our own dedicated group of WEDC employees that operate out of this space. Part-time, they operate from home, and then on occasion, they are in Westchester County. But Dutchess County they are dedicated to Dutchess County, the group of 4 or 5.
I feel like I should have known that, but that's interesting, yeah.
Yeah,
Their outcomes have been pretty good too. Looks like they got a lot done.
yeah. And they had a meeting here last night.
oh yeah?
Yeah, I think it was tax preparation and budgeting, so
Good. So for meetings, they're using these
they're using the
facilities, yeah.
facilities as well.
It's good to get extra use out of it. All right, so let's make a motion and a second to do that.
I'll motion we enter the agreement with Lexi.
A second.
Thank you, Tom.
Brian Barrier,
Approved.
Jen McComb,
Approved.
Tom McCown,
Approved.
Mark Dill.
Approved.
You want me to go? Okay. Next for the board's consideration and approval is submission of fourth quarter expenditures to Dutchess County for reimbursement. With this, I'll ask Jane to answer any questions that the board has. And if you just, Jane, would go over the fourth quarter activity.
Right, well, the total expenditures that we're requesting is for the fourth quarter. So what we did was it covers personnel, the fringe benefits. We had just $1,600 really left for travel. So I believe that was Phillips. I don't have the detail in front of me. The occupancy that's our space. They do reimburse us for part of our space. And then there was $584 of other expenses. So basically the $250,000 every time, each quarter that we spend something toward the travel, the other expenses, I'll submit it. So there was 60,000 left. Even though our expenses were greater than that, we had to we maxed out at certain lines. So we're requesting the 60,624.01. The county has received a copy of this as a draft so that they know what to expect. It's just that the board has to approve in order for me to submit it.
Very good.
That's all. No, I was gonna just make the motion. Go ahead, Chairman. You get something?
No, I was asking you to make.
No, I was gonna say I'll make a motion to draw down the remaining fourth quarter reimbursement from the county in the amount of $60,624.01. Bring in the remaining drawdown to zero from the approved budget from the legislator of $250,000. So that's my motion.
Thank you.
Second that motion.
Thank you.
Brian Berrien,
Approved.
James McCall,
Approved.
Sean McCall,
Approved.
Mark Ward.
Approved.
Okay. Next, for the board's consideration and approval is the 2026 salary for the CFO. That amount will be $96,132.72, which is an increase of 3% over 2025.
Okay.
It's like you just got here, isn't it?
Oh, no, that's not me.
CFO, I'm sorry. Jesus, I'm sorry. My fault. I was gonna say, right, didn't you just? I was gonna say, don't we have to go to an executive committee, executive session?
Oh, no.
I'll make them.
It's
like, where's the fringe?
Yeah,
So do we need a motion?
yeah, we need a motion just to pass that through.
I'll motion to approve. I'll second the motion.
Thank you.
Brian Berrien,
Approved.
James McCall,
Approved.
Sean McCall,
Approved.
and Mark Ward.
Approved. Thank you. And then we're going to have a new Bowen member.
Correct. We have a new board member joining the LDC. You guys may be familiar with him. You met him maybe 20 minutes or so ago. But Legislator Mund, I'd like to offer you another opportunity to speak if you so choose.
I refer you to my comments during the IDA.
Okay.
Now, Legislator Munn will be a voting member, that's right?
Correct.
As we have, I guess we haven't, during the first meeting, not included you as a voting member at this point, but we're going forward, look forward to that. And
Right.
So we'll have a full board finally.
We'll have a full board effective March 1.
Great.
Right.
which is,
Well, as of the March 1.
Right, the meeting.
Meeting.
For quorum
Yes, for quorum.
purposes.
Correct. Correct.
exciting since many of us have conflicts of interest with applicants, so it's essential to have that,
Yes.
that number. All right, well, is there anything else for anybody in? Don? Then we will adjourn.